my man about to be here in a little bit, so you can either put on some pants or you gotta go. The title of the video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing, because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. As y'all can see by the title, today I'm gonna be telling y'all about the time my so-called friend wanted my man, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and call my man, well, he not my man no more, but he was my man at the time. We're gonna call him Stain, and we're gonna call my friend, my so-called friend, we're gonna call her Doodle. So Doodle, Stain. Stain is my man, and Doodle is AKA my friend. So y'all already know, in order for any of my story times to make sense, I have to give y'all a little backstory. So boom, y'all, it's my freshman year. I don't know about all universities, but I know the university that I went to, your freshman year, you were not allowed to, you weren't allowed to have a car, and you had to stay on campus. So I stayed in these dorms at FAMU called, I think they were called Palmetto, and then Doodle, she stayed in the dorms right behind me, and they were called Phase. Yeah, Phase. And like I told y'all, if you're not new here, I had a boyfriend when I first entered college. I do not recommend nobody entering college with a boyfriend, y'all, but your girl was in love, so I had a little boo thing or whatever. And y'all, like, me and my boo thing, we really couldn't do long distance. Like, when we could just not be without each other. So I used to wait until my boo thing would come to Tallahassee to do all my, like, grocery shopping, to, like, basically to go anywhere, to go grocery shopping, to get personal items. If I needed to go anywhere, I would just wait until the weekend so my boo can take me. All my other friends, they would have to take Ubers and Lyfts or take the bus, and all of that add up. Like, if you take a little $5 Uber to the mall, then you take a little $7 Uber to the grocery store, then you take another Uber to a party, and then before you know it, by the end of the week, you down $100. Like, it adds up. So I would purposely just wait until the weekend until my boo thing would come. So I do want to mention, y'all, that Doodoo had a job her freshman year. I didn't have a job. It took me, I think I didn't get my job until like my sophomore semester, but Doodoo had a job from back home, so she just transferred her job, and she was working at Walmart. And I do want to let y'all know, she also did not have a car. So boom, one day my boyfriend was in town, and Doodoo was like, Asia, could you ask Stain to take me to work? And this wasn't unusual, or this wasn't like weird or anything, because anytime he was in town, if me and Doodoo wanted to go to a party, or if we needed to go anywhere and she was at my dorm, he would take us. Sorry y'all, somebody had called me, so if my setup looked a little different, that's why. So where was I? Okay, Doodoo had asked if Stain could take her to work. Like I said previously, y'all, this was not weird, because Stain had took me and her places before, and he had took me and my other friends to parties and stuff, and it was never really a big deal. So Doodoo worked at Walmart, and I also needed to go grocery shopping for the week. And I do want to mention, y'all, I stayed in a dorm, but my dorm had a kitchenette, and it wasn't, no, actually I had a full kitchen. It wasn't even a kitchenette. So I used to go grocery shopping like every other week, and I was getting EBT at the time, so your girl was lit. So this was gonna be the first time that Doodoo met Stain, and Stain met Doodoo. And I don't remember if we went to her dorm and picked her up, or I don't know if she came to us, but it really didn't matter, because like I said, her dorm was the dorm like literally right behind us. So Doodoo and Stain was about to meet each other, and I was like, Stain, this is Doodoo, Doodoo, this is Stain. And you know, my boyfriend is real chill. He just like, hey, like, what's up or whatever. And Doodoo is acting real different. Like, she acting hella shy and weird. Like, usually she's like me, y'all, she's loud and she's outgoing, but when I introduced her to my man, she was kind of like feminine. Like, her voice got real soft. She was just like, hi, like, hi Asia's boyfriend, it's so nice to meet you. And I'm not saying anything, but I'm looking at her like, bitch, like, why you getting like the cute customer service soft tone voice while you talking to my man? Like, it's just my man, it's nothing special. So she's like, hi Asia, she's like, hi, it's Asia's boyfriend, I'm so happy to meet you, da da da. She talks so much about you. She just doing the most or whatever. So I'm looking at her, but I'm not really thinking anything of it, y'all. So I get in the passenger seat, my man get in the driver's seat, and Doodle gets in the back seat. Y'all, when she gets in the car, the girl turns it up a notch. She's just like, oh my gosh, it smells so good in here. And the car didn't smell like anything. Like, the car smelled like his work clothes, because he used to work at a fast food restaurant. Like, it smelled like booty, and like, I don't know, y'all, it just smelled like sour socks and booty in the car. It didn't smell special. So she's like, oh my gosh, it smells so good in here. what plug-in you got? It smell good in here or whatever. And I'm just looking at her like, girl, like, it literally don't smell like anything in here. It don't smell good in here at all. And my boyfriend's like, oh, nothing or whatever. I don't got nothing in here. I don't got no plugins. I don't do none of that or whatever. So she's like, oh, because it smells so good in here. It just smells so good. So I'm like, all right, but I'm not really saying anything, y'all. And then like 2 minutes into the car ride, y'all, the girl starts caressing the seats. I need something to really demonstrate and show y'all how she was. Okay. This is my notebook, y'all. This is the seats, y'all. The seats are leather. So she's like, oh my gosh, these seats are so nice. These are the nicest seats. Like, she's just going on and on and on. I don't remember exactly what she was saying, but I just know that she was complimenting his seat. She was just like, oh my gosh, the leather is so soft and it's so nice. Like, this car is nice. What type of car is this? And I'm just thinking like, girl, it's a Nissan Altima, y'all. He drove a Nissan Altima. It's nothing wrong with a Nissan Altima, but a Nissan Altima is not a luxury car. But she was just like, oh my gosh, it's so nice. Like, oh, it's so nice. And she just kept talking about the car for like a good 2 to 3 minutes. And my man, he wasn't really saying anything, and I wasn't really saying anything. I'm just kind of like, girl, what's the different tone of voice? Like, the whole time she was in the car, she had her little soft, little feminine voice going on, and she was just complimenting the car and just complimenting everything. So I'm like, all right. Mind y'all, the Walmart was only like 10 minutes from our dorm. So he drops her off to the front of the dorm. As soon as she gets out the car, my man looks at me and he's just like, she want me. Your friend want me. Like, she want the D. And I'm just like, no, she don't want you. She just a little excited. Like, you know, she been taking the bus and she forgot how I feel to be in a car. Like, the girl just grateful. My friend just excited. So I'm taking up for her. I'm like, no, like, nigga, she don't even want you. And y'all, a red flag. I didn't know it was a red flag then, but now this is really a red flag. He had a smile on his face when he was telling me that she want me. So that's just like a, why you happy that my friend wants you? Even if she did want you, but we gonna get there, y'all. So he just like, yeah, Asia, doodle, she want me. Like, she want me. And I'm just like, no, she don't want you. She just real grateful to be in the car. Like, she ain't been in a car in a minute, because, you know, we up here and we taking the bus everywhere, we taking Ubers. Like, you know, she just real grateful to be in a car. And I do want to mention, y'all, me and most of my other friends, we would take Ubers and Lyfts. But with Doodle, she was like on a very tight budget, which we all was, but I was still having my mama send me money for Ubers and Lyfts. But Doodle didn't really have a lot of family support, so she was taking the bus more than Ubers and Lyfts. Like, anytime she would take an Uber or a Lyft is when the bus didn't run. And I think the bus transit in Tallahassee sucked. I don't know if it still does, but I remember the bus used to start running on the weekend like at 7 or 8 o'clock. So that's the only time she would take like a Uber or a Lyft. So me and my boyfriend, we talk about that or whatever. The next day passed by. He goes home. I don't know when I don't remember when I seen Doodle, but it was either the next day or like the next day, y'all. I see her and she's like, girl, Stain is fine. Your man is fine. How long y'all been together? And I was kind of side-eyeing her like, but at the same time, I didn't think too much of it, y'all, because Stain had her own man and her man had been together for years. So I was just like, oh, thank you, girl. And we only been together for a year. She was just like, y'all look real cute together. Y'all real fine. Like, he just real fine. So fast forward to like 2 to 3 months from the date that Stain and Doodle met each other. Stain was pulling up on me. He was coming to Tallahassee. And like I said, this was nothing weird or peculiar, because that was my man. He would come see me. Sometimes he would come see me twice a week, max 4 times a month. Like, if he really missed your girl, he really missed the pum pum, he used to come regularly, y'all. And this particular weekend, Doodle was at my dorm. I don't remember why she was at my dorm, but I want to say she spent the night, because I just remember her having on like pajamas. Like, she had on these booty shorts with the yams out and like it was like a sports bra, but it wasn't like a short sports bra. It was like a cami t-shirt style sports bra. So she's in my dorm, and anytime Stain would get off I-10, he would be like, I'm about to get off I-10, which is like 20 minutes from my dorm at the time. So I'm like, girl, my man about to be here in a little bit, so you could either put on some pants or you gotta go, because my man about to be here. So she's like, oh, why I gotta put on pants? Like, she get real offensive, y'all. She's like, oh, why I gotta put on pants? I want to be comfortable. And I'm like, girl, I just told you Stain was on his way over here, and you not about to be over here with the cheeks out, y'all. And Doodle had yams. Like, Doodle had the yams, and at this time I was real skinny. I didn't have no cheeks, but the only cheeks that my man was gonna see was my cheeks. So I'm just like, girl, you gonna either have to go or you're gonna have to put on some of my shorts, or you're gonna have to put something over your behind, because she had the M's out. So she got real mad. She's like, oh no, I'm finna go then, because why I gotta put on clothes just because he coming over here? Ain't nobody worrying about him. I'm real comfortable. So she caught a little attitude or whatever. She left my dorm, and I kind of just thought, like, that's a little weird. Like, that's a little suspicious that you getting so mad because I don't want you to have your cheeks out in front of my man. Like, am I tripping or am I tripping, y'all? Let me know if I'm tripping. So boom, my man get there, whatever, everything good, we hang out. Doodle's saying no. Doodle knows that my man only stays for the weekend, so she already knew by Sunday night he would be gone. So 2 days later, she hit me and she's like, hey, I gotta go to work. I got called in today because they short. Is Stain still there? If so, can he take me to work? And like I said, her dorm is right behind my dorm, so it's really no issue. And the Walmart is like 15 minutes away. So I'm like, hey, babe, Doodle said, could you take her to work? So he's like, yeah, that's no problem. So we get up, we pick her up from her dorm. And when she gets in the car, she's kind of like shocked to see me. She's like, oh, hey, Asia, I ain't know you was coming, girl. You ain't have to get up out your bed. You didn't have to come, because she was doing like what is it called? Night shift where you like stock the shelves and stuff. So she was like, oh, I ain't know you was coming. And I'm just like, yeah. In my mind, I'm thinking like, girl, you thought I was finna have my man take you to work without me being in present, like without me being in the car? Never.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
And you thought I wasn't gonna be in present? Baby, no. And like I told y'all, we were only friends at this time for about 4 months. The semester started in August, and around this time, it was either at the end of October or it was November-ish. So I thought that was a little weird that she thought I wouldn't come. So she gets in the car, she shuts the door, and it's nighttime because I think she was doing like an overnight shift. So she couldn't really see us until we like pulled up to the light. So there's a light. If you from Tallahassee, because I know a few of my viewers are live in Tallahassee, it's that light right there by Palmetto. Like, soon as you leave out the complex, Palmetto, it's a light right there. So as soon as we pull up to the light, she sees Stain's haircut, because like I said, y'all, my man came to see me, so you know he got the fresh cut, you know, fresh little t-shirts without the pack. He looking real nice for me to come see me. So she's like, oh, Stain, you got that fresh lineup, that lineup nice, like, oh, your barber did that. Like, she's hyping him up or whatever. So you know Stain is just like, thank you or whatever. And she just dragging it. She's like, yeah, let me see. Oh, let me see. So she's trying to see the front of his lineup, and it's like, girl, he's driving. You're doing a lot, Savvy. You're doing a lot. But at the same time, y'all, I'm not saying anything. I'm just blue. Like, I'm laughing at this point. I'm just like, are you serious? Like, you doing a lot, but I ain't saying anything. I'm just kikiing in the front seat. So again, we drop her off. Soon as she got out the car, he's like, babe, when I say Doodle wants to me. And at this time, I'm like thinking like, yeah, you probably right, because she doing a lot. Like, anytime she see him, she do the little soft little voice again, and she just started getting real extra. But you know, I'm not letting him know that. I'm just like, no, like I said, she ride the bus a lot. Like, she don't even want you. Like, you're not even cute. I'm the only one that wants you. You know, I'm like, you know, trying to humble him. I remember he came back a few more weekends, but I don't think she needed a ride to work. Like, me and her hung out here and there, but she didn't really see him for like a few weeks. But fast forward, probably now the second semester of my freshman year, and Doodle hits me, and she's like, hey, can Stain take me to work? But this time I thought it was funny, how did she know that Stain was in town? Because I didn't even tell her Stain was in town, because y'all, it started to become a routine. Like, if I would post my man on but at this time I think I was using Snapchat. I wasn't really using Instagram heavy at this time, but when I would post him on Snapchat, my friends would know that, hey, my man is in town, because I'm posting him. But during this time, I didn't even get a chance to post him yet, and she already knew he was in town. So I'm just like, that's weird that she knew him was in town. But I told her, yeah, he can take you to work. What time you need to go to work? She said, oh, I need to go to work at this time. I tell my man, and he takes her to work. And we go to her dorm. We pick her up. We take her to Walmart. The next time I see her, I wanted to know like how you knew that my man was in town. So I was like, girl, how did you know that Stain was in town? She was like, oh, he posted it. And I was like, what you mean he posted it? He was like, oh, he posted that he was on the road, and he put the Tallahassee emoji on his Instagram. And I'm just like, his Instagram, like, you added him on Instagram? And she's like, yeah, like, what's wrong with that? I can't be friends with him on Instagram. And at the time, I was just like, oh no, or whatever. But really, it's just like, that's weird.
Had your kids, had your wife, and had your husband.
In my mind, I'm thinking, like, how did you get his Instagram, y'all? But I knew exactly how she got his Instagram, so I didn't even say anything. I would post him and tag him here and there. And the girl had the nerve to click on his tag and add him. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I don't like that. If my friends post their man on social media and they tag their man in a picture or a post, I'm not adding my friend's man. Like, why would you add my man? That's suspicious right there. So after that situation, I just started to be a little worried of her. Like, you really do want to my man. This time he came to visit me, y'all, I went through this man's phone, and don't ask me why I went through his phone. That was a crazy time in my life. I had trust issues, y'all, so I used to go through his phone regularly. So I went through his phone. I click on Doodle's page, and when I say Doodle is commenting and reacting to everything he posts, y'all, like literally this man could post an obituary and she replying to it with laughing emojis, or she replying to it with a sock, like a heart. Like, y'all, she replying to every story for no reason. Like, I remember one time he posted a picture of his food and she put hard eyes on it. It's like, nothing is sexy about his food. Like, nothing is hard eyes about his food. Why are you hearting his food? Like, make it make sense. Like, make it make sense, y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much the story time on how my friend wanted my man. I never really confirmed that she wanted my man, but my man basically said that he can just tell off like her energy and her vibe, like that she would, you know what. Y'all, that's the end of this story time. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how y'all feel about this new setup, like this area. Well, my setup is not new, but it's different, y'all. If y'all do not know, I'm in a new area code, I'm in a new state, your girl in a new county. I did move to Houston, and I was surprised that a lot of my subbies live in Houston. So y'all, do not be shy to send me a DM to hit your girl up, because I don't have any friends here, y'all. And if y'all want to do lunch, do a little brunch, just let me know, y'all. I'm gonna link my Instagram down in the description box below. And if you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Make sure you follow me, y'all, because I'm gonna be popping out a little more these days. Peace. I'll see y'all at my next video.